you going just then.
Yeah, I ruined it. All right. Hello, folks, and welcome to Fellavision Best of 2023. We're fucking here as the three homies, the beautiful brothers. Let's get the ugly duckling in here. Why don't you come take a seat, you little fucking weirdo?
Come on, man.
Come take a seat, dude.
Chair's open for you.
Yep. Sit your dumb ass down.
Our favorite little elf.
By the way, folks, be sure to tune in next week where Andy completely ruins the episode for us. So, all right, y'all. The year's end. You know, before we kick this thing off, I want to do a toast. So let's get the shots.
Yeah, pass them out.
Let me hand this down.
What kind of liquor is that?
Now, this is whiskey. This is bourbon.
Okay.
But our boy Bryan is an Edgeman.
Yeah, I got
and
some
so
milk.
he's got a nice glass of milk.
Barista blend oat.
Oatly, not even dairy. I love it.
All right, boys, lift those glasses. To the year we started this podcast. The year that changed our fucking lives, boys. This is the one. We're going to look back on this moment as famous, rich motherfuckers and be like, damn, we really fucking did it. 2024 coming up. We got some bangers in store. We got an election. Sure to be a good one, folks. So let's take a shot to the Fellavision podcast. You fucking nerds at home do the same. To the boys.
To the boys.
To the boys.
Oh, nice and warm.
Woo! All right, y'all. Also,
if you're watching at home, in 4 or 5 days, it's going to be New Year's Eve. If you start your clock at like a 10:51, you can count down with the boys and bring in the new year as the episode's ending.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
We'll do
I
the math on that.
At the,
We'll
end,
do
of
the
this,
math on
at the
that.
end of this, we're going to do a countdown for you. You can play it.
Yeah.
I love that.
Happy holidays, folks. How we doing?
Happy holidays.
Christmas, dude. The only holiday that matters in December. Christmas.
There are plenty of holidays
Pointed.
that matter.
That's the one, though. We don't care about that happy holiday shit on this podcast. We rock with Merry Christmas on this podcast. What are y'all doing for Christmas, dude?
Well, for the holidays, I'll be going to Florida. Actually, literally in 6 hours. I'm going to be going there.
Really?
Fire.
I don't know. It's like 6 a.m.
Late
so
night, yeah.
Your flight's
literally
at 6 a.m.?
My flight's at 7:30, but my life going there is in 6 hours.
Yep.
Dude, what the fuck? Why?
Christmas,
You know,
baby.
it made a lot more sense when I was doing it, and I already had plans later tonight, and they're already ruined.
What the fuck, dude? Way to start it off. This is our plans, dude. This is all we do.
Yeah.
This is all I do.
All right, Bryan, what do you got going for Christmas this year, dude?
I'm shipping up to Boston for Christmas. I'm going to go
yeah.
see some friends, some family.
Shout out Dropkick Murphy.
Some Red Sox, some Celtics. You know. Yeah, it's going to be good. I was there this weekend. Got to see the same people, but be nice to touch base with the other homies. I miss it.
Shout out to the homies.
Yeah.
Andy, what are you going to be doing? You're going to walk around fucking Central Park alone again, you weird fuck?
No, actually, I am going to Florida as well to pay a visit to my grandma for Hanukkah.
Boring. I'm going to Florida as well because it's sick in Florida. I got a fucking resort by myself on Clearwater Beach, baby.
You're going to do some ruminating.
I'm going to go to Orlando, meet up with Tharp. We're going to be fucking vibing. I'm going to go to a wrestling match, dude. Shout out AEW. We're going to go fucking Iron Claw on those fools. By the way, I didn't get to Iron Claw you last episode or this next episode, so we're doing it on this episode. Folks, stay tuned. I'm going to be Iron Clawing the shit out of Andy on this episode.
You're from Florida?
Yeah, I'm a Florida boy, dude.
Okay. That doesn't surprise me at all from some of the things you
What
were just
the
saying earlier.
fuck?
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, dude.
Happy holidays.
Happy
Starbucks
holidays.
is pissed.
Is Hanukkah still going on? I mean, I know at the time
No.
of recording, it's Boxing Day. This episode's coming out on Boxing Day. Happy Boxing Day, Canadians. Shout out.
Yeah, you fucking weirdos, you dry ass motherfucker. I don't fuck with no Canadians. I don't rock with Canadians, dude. We'll be talking about
Shout out
it
to
later.
Canada.
I got laid off by Canadian companies. We don't rock with y'all, dude. We don't do any type of Canadian shit on this podcast. This is American only, and other various countries that don't include Canada. Anyway,
Nah.
all right, y'all. let's rip into this fucking best of. Let's start this sucker off. Bryan's going to lead us onto a list, which we'll share with y'all. He's going to run down a list, and we're going to all give our answers on what we got for the best of 2023.
Listen, y'all, we've been ruminating on this year we've passed, and we have these little trophies, every one of us, to celebrate some of the best things of 2023.
Give me a little bit of whiskey.
Some of the less than best things of 2023, you know? And I have this little list. Where'd it go, Bryan? Guys, entertain for me? Oh, I found it. I found it. We're on board.
Okay.
And yeah, I printed this out a couple days ago. Made some notes with some questions about. I want to ask my friends here, my podcast mates, in the 2023 recap. So, starting off, big picture, macro, real philosophical stuff. JP, how'd you grow as a person in 2023?
Physically. I grew physically. I gained a lot of weight this year, folks. It's a big, big year for me this year, as you can see on cam here. All my homies know that I was ripped and sexy in 2022, and here I am looking also still sexy, but a little beefier. Yeah. Let's be honest, right?
He's just cultivating mass, Jen.
Can we be honest here? Like, your boy gained some weight this year, so I grew physically. I did not grow as a person. In fact, I probably regressed this year.
You think you spiraled a little bit?
This was not a year of personal growth for me.
I agree with you. I'm with that as well. Does anyone on this panel feel differently? Does anyone feel like they've improved their lives significantly?
Yeah,
this man definitely did.
This guy.
Yeah, true. Where were you before this? Fucking Ocala?
Bumfuck Egypt.
He was in Florida.
Shout out Egypt.
Yeah,
True
I
Egyptian
grew as a person. I also grew physically, though. I'd say biceps, tries, and thighs were my biggest grow.
Oh yeah, you're a gym rat.
I'm fucking
Yeah,
legit.
this
guy-
Gym
I know you
shark?
can't tell
Yeah.
because he looks like
He had-
shit.
He has 2 gym memberships.
I got 3 gym memberships. No, I got
Okay.
1 gym membership.
Yo, and you fuck with odds. You know the game odds.
Yeah, I know the game. I don't fuck with it because everybody.
'Cause he's a
fucks me.
coward.
I'm a
Odds you won't
coward.
go to the gym tomorrow in this outfit.
Yeah, play odds on that.
What are you
What
gonna
number?
do? Where are you gonna wear it?
I'll wear it to the gym.
You go to the gym?
Tenor match?
What the fuck?
Tenor
Oh,
match.
no. Dude, that was fucking good. Solid.
Tenor match.
Is it tenor match?
Tenor match.
It's on. It's for the show.
No. Let's do odds at 30 because drop the trophy. Already going well.
Oh, so you're just gonna play it twice?
Yeah, the
Okay.
way that the Run for Cover family plays odds is that you determine the number, but you have to accept the odds back.
Okay.
You have to
cool.
accept the challenge back.
All right. Let's start with Andy's then.
Yeah.
So you're gonna name a number between 1 and 30. You ready?
Is it 1, 2, 3, go?
I'll do 3, 2, 1, go.
3, 2, 1 number.
Yep.
No,
ready?
is it 3, 2, 1 go number? Or
No,
3,
3, 2, 1 number.
Okay.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1.
27.
21.
Ooh, fuck. Do it anyway. Fine, okay. Now you ready? Now if you get him, he has to do it.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
21.
Fuck, you said
Nice try.
21 again.
Nice try. I like that. I
Solid.
like that strategy. All right.
All right, now odds you
Odds
do
are
it
clear.
anyway.
Wow,
All right.
that was close.
Chris Tharp, did you grow as a person this year?
I mean, I feel like I did. I feel like I grew personally because now I'm able to collaborate with people. I feel like in my artistic endeavors before, I was more of a dictator, and then now I'm able to work with other interesting folk.
Are you talking about
Creators.
This, but there's also been
In your-
some films as well. With the glitter video, I creatively collaborated with some other folks.
Very cool. I think that's a great answer, and that makes me very happy to hear.
What do you got, Bryan?
How do I grow as a person? I don't know.
This looks like you're ruminating.
I'm ruminating
Something
a little
going on,
bit.
dude?
It's funny to ask all these questions and not think about
Not
it
have
at
the
all.
answer?
Yeah, no, for sure.
What if he had really fucked up long answers for
Yeah,
everything?
yeah.
This is just like some really...
Very fucking funny.
No, I think
Pins us in here doing this.
I've become a better communicator with the people in my life, and that is something that I've struggled with the last couple of years. Vulnerability corner.
Lame.
No.
Yeah, no.
Shit.
I was gonna say
I'm going
vulnerability.
back.
This isn't therapy, bro. This
Yeah.
is Fellavision.
Yeah,
Next.
dude, that's
Yo,
lame.
nice
Let's go.
segue into collaborating with other people. How'd you grow as a podcaster in 2023? Chris Tharp, go.
Well, I went from knowing, nothing about podcasting as a mere ingester of podcasts. Then now that I've accidentally said yes to a podcast, now I know roughly 98% of what it is to be a podcast.
Fucking sucks, huh?
I mean 110%, bro.
No, I mean, I
the
got to
best.
put in my 10,000 hours. Shout out Malcolm Gladwell.
Shit.
Did he say that?
So
too?
episode 10,000 of this is gonna be a fucking banger.
No, yeah.
Check it out.
Well, no, I mean, I'm doing my homie work, you know.
Yeah, we're
Like,
getting
every
there.
episode is multiple hours.
Every episode takes us like 5 hours to get through. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I was like, I'll be there at this point next week.
For me, I feel like I grew as a podcaster in the way that we're legitimately the next best thing.
Next
It's
up,
us. It's literally us. Everyone in my life is like, yo, you should fucking get on a stage. You should really be fucking the number one guy in the world. Everyone's been telling me that. You're so fucking funny. Everyone. Tharp told me that. Bryan told me that. Andy told me that. And here we are, dude. This is my stage. This is my moment. You guys are here too. You guys are here too.
Yeah.
we're here to prop you up. And
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, you know
not
what I mean?
easy work. That's why I'm going
Okay,
to
what the
Yeah.
fuck?
I mean,
Jesus Christ, man. I already came out my own way. You don't need to do that to me.
You ruined my vulnerability corner.
That's true. You call me fat, though.
That's the other shit.
That's crazy. All right. How'd you grow as a podcaster?
He didn't. Next question.
No, he definitely didn't. This man is our editor as well.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I've gained respect for podcast producers that do the editing because that shit fucking sucks. And Adobe Premiere is the worst piece of trash.
Yeah, respect.
Shout out
Last
DaVinci
episode,
Resolve,
though,
Blackmagic.
this had nothing
Let's
to do
go.
with any of that. Last episode, Poor Things, I'm sure you guys watched. Andy thought he had a mic turned on for himself. Turns out it was the room mics and had to record the audio on his phone.
We've all listened to podcasts where the audio's fucked up. We got to, it's part of growing.
Yeah, he
And-
doesn't grow, though. He's a broken
And he's
man.
done a very good job. And this,
Strictly a shower.
the video element of this has been such a different thing than the podcast that I've done in the past. And that's how I've grown as a podcaster, is being
Video
fucking
boys.
camera ready, baby. What's up? How you doing?
I would
Yeah,
say
you do look
r-
camera ready, by the way. You
Yeah,
look good
I do.
right
I got
now.
my Snoopy hat.
Yeah.
Like that. Zoom in on Snoop.
This is actually just a talk show. You can choose to have it as a podcast.
This is
But
a talk
this is
show.
basically Wayne's World.
Respect. This is cable access. We're doing all type of different. We're gonna put this on MTV, Red Table Talk, all that different
Yeah.
shit.
Adam Friedland show.
All right, what's the next?
That's kind of all I've got for those big picture things. But wrapping that up, let's go around. Chris Tharp, in the way that you would rank a movie, what's your ranking for 2023?
This year,
And don't steal
I
my,
feel
my
like
rating
it
system.
was still your number. Yeah, I would give this year a 7. I feel like it was great for movies and music. I feel like it wasn't great for the world, writer's strike, actor's strike.
Yeah, that's the biggest
loom
problem
of,
with this year.
of recession. What?
Tough year writer's strike.
Good. Sorry. No. Continue.
Well, I'm talking about like it didn't affect y'all. I mean, some of y'all got fucking right sides this
He's
year.
working, dude.
I'm out
No,
here.
good. Sorry, dude. Yeah, no, my bad, dude.
My commercial
Free
job.
Palestine.
Oh Lord. I mean, true.
Sorry, dude. Go ahead. My bad.
My commercial work shrank because of fear of recessions.
Yeah.
And then everyone who was in the movie business decided to get into my pool, and then the pool
Fuck
sucked.
them, dude.
So I'm glad everyone's getting back to work, so that commercial work will be more free for me to do it.
Yeah, I feel you. What is it, 7 you said?
I said 7 because artistically,
That's
I
a
feel
good
like
year, 7.
I feel like we had some good movies, and I feel like music is kind of like doing
Good year
great
for
right
art.
now. Yeah, like art is
Typically,
doing
when things
awesome.
are bad politically and
Yeah.
in the geopolitics, the art gets better.
Yeah, exactly. That sounds like it's a
That's
bit
what
of a
you'd
wash.
think. It was pretty bad for a couple years now.
Yeah, it's been pretty
But
bad.
on the up and up. What about you?
For
Rank
me, it's been a lot of ups and downs this year, obviously. The homies in the Middle East going through it. I stay with my brown brothers. Let's start there. Secondly, I did get laid off this year. That was not tight. The homie moved to New York. The homies moved to New York. You moved this year, right?
Last year.
It was this year.
last year.
Was it December then? It was pretty...
November.
Fuck.
Oh, wow.
The homie moved to New York.
Yeah.
Well, I got to experience you living in New York because you were in Florida for like a good amount of time in December.
That's right.
All of December, I think, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, so listen, you moved here this year. So did he. So the homies moved here. I started a new job, which I like. I started a sick power with the homies.
Thanks.
So the world's shit. My life is shit. I look like shit. But there's some cool things going on. So I think it's a banger of a year. I think it's a light banger. It's a light banger.
that description did not put me towards banger,
Well,
but sure.
A
I
lot of those things are not variable. Those are just
I really
stuff
appreciate the
facts.
optimism on that because
Yeah.
you definitely laid out some lumps there, and yeah,
It's been a good year overall. there have been some bad things.
Year of change for our friend Andy here. What's going on with you? Like,
Yeah,
what are you
I'd
feeling?
say to steal your rating system just below banger. I think next year is going to be the banger. I think moving up is,
Moving up from
Florida.
Shitville.
Changing. There's a lot of change, but good year. I hadn't really considered much else that was going outside of my sphere, so I hadn't.
You don't do that, yeah,
I hadn't
typically.
factored that in. I stand with me, and next year I'm going to have a good time. I think. So,
I think you're probably right.
yeah, it'll be fun.
Respect.
Yeah, head in the sand, no big deal.
I stand with me is crazy.
Stay with me. All right, next question, I guess.
Yeah. I got to get my ranking. I did.
Oh, yeah,
think,
fuck.
I did think this year fell below a banger for me personally. It's been a good transition coming to New York. Feeling like I'm finding my place a little
You got
bit.
your sea legs here in the
Yeah,
city.
it takes a while. It takes a little bit of adjusting, but I'm feeling good. I'm happy about the people in my life, and the support I feel from them.
Me?
Yeah, all of you
Well,
I mean,
equally in the same
Yeah.
regard.
equally?
I mean,
Yeah, okay, nice.
But yeah, listen, you can go below banger, but I feel like we're all set up for success for next year. What's the slingshot? Maybe we're like back here right now. It's like there's a lot of
Yeah.
We're about
tension.
to fucking fire.
Tension,
And
yeah,
we're
I
about to
feel
be
that.
so famous.
Yeah.
Literally 2020.
Yeah, I feel
Oh
like-
my
can't
God,
wait.
folks. We're going to be huge. Not, you know what I mean by that.
Thank you for
we
this
know.
year is my year.
I feel like anytime a group of friends in their 30s starts a podcast, it is a preparation for a banger.
Honestly, yeah, you know
What
what?
could go wrong,
Yeah.
folks?
Yeah, that
Clearly
gassed me up.
nothing has gone wrong
I'm feeling
yet.
good about it. I'm feeling
Clearly,
good.
we're so good at talking, and everybody wants to hear it.
Everyone
so
wants
this
to
is
hear
going to
it
go
from it.
so well.
Yeah, it's like being in a band, like a band that just started, and this is our demo, and you're listening to it every week for an hour. I'm really sorry. It's crazy. It's crazy you're listening to this.
Shout out to Demo Core, though.
Straight up.
Demo Core
Good year,
is back. 2024
Let's talk demo
Core.
core when we get to music.
Okay.
And we're going
Okay.
to transition now into the main segment where you guys all came to hear our fucking opinions on the movies of 2023.
Let's go.
Banger year for movies, IMO. We can talk about that as we go along, but I think the best way to do this is we're all going to tell you our 5 favorite movies, going from 5 to 1, and we're all going to say a little bit about why we put the movie that we did in that position. If there's overlap, we're gonna note it and talk about it later on. We'll just make a little indent, pause the conversation. I'm okay to start if we want to just go around round table style.
Let's do it.
Okay. My number 5 movie, and I actually just made this change earlier because I was thinking about it. Because my list was feeling a little samey. I'm gonna go Across the Spider-Verse as my number 5 movie of the year.
Ooh.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not the most open comic book guy. It's been, rough few years in the Marvel world, but I definitely rock with all that stuff. And I've realized that Spider-Man's my boy. It's just that
New York City, baby.
Exactly, NYC. Caught the first Spider-Verse on Netflix years after it came out. Realized I had made such a big mistake. Not catching it years earlier, and I was at the theater opening day for this one, and I think it's even better than that. The visuals are astounding, the story is great, it's such a tight thing, and it's just really entertaining. And it made my list because I realized it was between this and Italy and Poor Things, and I was just like, I think I'm gonna watch this movie more times than that one. So that
feel
was
you.
my call. So Chris, what do you got number 5?
Number 5, I got Dream Scenario.
Nice.
This one
Okay.
kind of moved around, did a bunch of things, and then I landed I feel like it was just such a unique film, and that was like so interesting and just hit me at the right time. So I just feel like that hits the bottom of my list at number 5.
Episode 2 of Fellavision.
Check out what I think
Check
about
it out.
that
Too.
there. I don't need to tell you again.
First, check out Dream Scenario, then check out episode 2.
Exactly.
Cool. JP, what you got?
Number 5, Oppenheimer. I almost didn't add this to my list, but it's so fucking good that it needs to be in the list. There are obviously movies above it, but Oppenheimer, Chris is pissed because it's probably his number one. But I think, yeah, it's a number 5 for me. I liked it a lot. I thought it was too long, though. If it were a little tighter, obviously, cinematography-wise, incredible. Looked fucking awesome. Saw it in IMAX twice. Sat my ass through that for 3 hours each time, whatever the fuck it is. Got punched in the head in the theater of that movie because some guy was taking off, trying to get through some emergency that he had to get down to, fell into me, and Danny punched me in the head. So that punch knocked it down a couple in my list. But no, I think that was a solid fucking movie. Shout out Nolan, one of the best to ever do it. But yeah, it landed in number 5 for me. I'm sure we'll hear it a couple more times.
Yeah, I'll put a pin in that for mine. I'm sure you would too.
Pen in it.
Moving along.
Andy, number 5.
Napoleon.
Nice.
Napoleon.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think the detractions were stupid. Like, yeah, it's not entirely accurate, but it was sick.
Shot at the pyramids.
Shot at the pyramids, and the pumping
The pump.
has to make it
It's a little
make the
faster
list.
than that. That's how you do it. Yeah, okay. There we go.
awesome movies. And I'm glad that we're covering some Fellavision canon here. You know, it's nice. What do I got at number 4? My number 4 movie, and I haven't seen this one on many year-end lists, so this is a Bryan planting his flag right now. Beau is Afraid, directed by Ari Aster, with Joaquin Phoenix, a.k.a. Napoleon. I watched this movie again last week just to make sure that in my mind it had stayed... I wanted to make sure I was esteeming it right, because it's a long movie. It took a lot. It's a marathon. It's an odyssey. But I think the movie is so fucking funny. It's such a realistic depiction or unrealistic depiction of how an anxious brain works. And like, I literally watched this movie and I'm like, this is what living in New York City feels like to me sometimes. Like, it's, yeah, I don't know. People can have, if it didn't work, that's okay. This is definitely like just how I feel. But
Honestly, if you don't agree with my homie, fuck you guys.
Facts. That's all I got. Chris.
Asteroid City. Wes Anderson. I feel like not everyone saw this one. It didn't get a wide release.
Surprisingly, a lower banger in terms of turnout for the homie Wes.
Yeah, and I was just like, I had just seen his last one. Didn't particularly like it. Blanking on the name right now.
French
Dispatch. I was like, that was better off put on Netflix, and then they ended up doing the same thing by putting out all the shorts on Netflix. But Asteroid City I feel like it's maybe his best movie, and I feel like it's a fantastic companion movie to your 5th choice, Oppenheimer. I feel like in an atomic movie, it's just like, I don't know, Wes Anderson at literally maybe his best.
Wow.
Okay. I tend to disagree on that. I think this is a good movie, Asteroid City. I had it, I took it out of my honorable mentions, but it was my 3rd honorable mention. I don't think it's at his best. But it was solid.
Okay.
The Alien was maybe very sick.
I love The Alien. I guess Rushmore is still his best for me, but...
Yeah.
I missed this one, actually. And,
really?
I think it just didn't work out with timing. I'm very excited to dip into it because I am hearing from everyone that I talk to that it's one of his best movies. And I also think that point about people getting tired of the Wes Anderson thing, like, I don't know, doing something right and doing something well is like, I don't know, I can come back to something like that. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah.
A million times. But
I do think that people will be talking about this movie for longer than a lot of movies that came out this year. I feel like many of them will get, washed away by the sea of time.
Yeah.
Nice. Number 4, JP, what you got?
I'm ready to be challenged on this. Because I know I put Oppenheimer at number 5.
Outrageous.
We just talked about this one, folks. The Iron Claw coming out next week. Fucking, your boy loves to cry, dude. Shout out Marley and me. Your boy loves to cry.
Sad boy cinema.
And this got me in the fucking... All the homies in a row crying was the sickest shit. I looked around, literally row of homies just crying. Girl Andy crying. Jeff crying his eyes out. We didn't end up getting to talk about it because I cut you off. But Jeff told me he had to go to the bathroom at the end of this movie. The movie's not even done yet, but it's like zooming out. He gets up and like... basically runs to the bathroom.
Runs out and under the I have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, and I saw him before. He was like a mess. And then he tried to play it off like he wasn't. I don't get it. You cried, homie. Just be cool with it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, the Iron Claw fucking looked great. Incredible story. Obviously, there were some historical inaccuracies. Again, great movie. I don't care. It fucking rocked.
Can you cry on command?
What?
Can you cry on command?
If I needed to.
Okay.
Pay me.
Okay.
How much?
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
is it $5 on
We'll save that
command?
for
I was
another
like,
time, dude. But
yeah.
anytime you got some money for me, dude. Shout out Sean Durkin. Shout out Zac Efron. Shout out Jeremy Allen White. Shout out Harris Dickinson. Y'all fucking killed it.
Nice. Andy, what you got number 4, baby?
Iron Claw.
Let's go.
No, we're
I
clawing it.
came up
We're
first.
clawing it on this one, dude.
Yeah, claw it out.
Jesus Christ.
So smooth.
Nails.
You have anything to say on Iron Claw? Or you just
I mean,
Besides the first 45 minutes of it, I really enjoyed it.
awesome?
Yeah, by the way, he put a movie on his list that he walked in an hour late for.
If you guys want more
I mean,
on the
So
Iron
that's how
Claw,
good it is.
yeah.
Yeah, if you guys want more on the Iron Claws, tune in next week because these boys are going to be going in deep. I haven't had a chance to see it yet. I was in the Berkshires in a hot tub.
What the fuck is a Berkshire?
It's where my family is from.
I lived on Berkshire Court growing up. Is it
Nice.
Shire?
I was there.
The Berkshires.
I think it was
Berkshire
Berkshire
Court. Shout
Court.
out. Never mind, delete that. Cut that.
Gotta delete that. All right, moving
Beat
on.
that, you better.
Round 3.
Flash the address on the screen.
No, my mommy lives there, dude.
Right now,
Leave
check it
alone.
out. It's just blinking.
My mommy lives there, dude. You better fucking. Anyway.
My number 3, I'm going with Priscilla, directed by Sofia Coppola. This movie, kind of similar, I feel like is, it's going under the radar, but I think the Coppola thing doesn't always work on me, but the way she's willing to observe loneliness and sort of like infatuation and how that feeling of love and in a new relationship can kind of age over time and like what that can transition into in this case is really, really captivating. It's a beautiful movie. Colors are, it's Coppola. It's always going to be this really still life portrait of life. I'm rambling. It makes me feel very romantic to think about this movie. I like it a lot.
Would you say horny?
Yeah, well, we saw that, dude.
Looked like you were getting a little
You
horny
okay?
right there.
I forgot what podcast I was on. Chris, what do you got?
Looked like you were getting a little horny, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
All right. Speaking of horny, we're doing Victorian erotica for my number 3. No big surprise. Poor Things
Nice.
is my number 3. There's an entire pod coming out next week of what I thought about it.
You mean it'll already be out by the time this comes out?
Coming up.
Or it's actually already out.
Check it out.
I mean, it just does so many new cool ideas. It is shot phenomenally. Emma Stone, Willem Dafoe, both are just like crushing it. And there's not much more. I mean, we did an entire episode on it, and you should have listened to it already.
Listen to Poor Things. Go see episode 3, but first go see the movie, dude.
See the movie first.
Yeah.
It's so good. There's no reason not to see it.
You
Made
guys
my
are-
list too, but I'm not going to tell you what part.
You guys are doing such a good job of promoting all the other episodes. I didn't even think to do that. This is awesome.
Oh, yeah, I did all of these things on purpose.
Yeah, exactly.
JP, number 3, what we got, buddy?
This was these 3, I had a hard time. And to be honest, I'm not sure they're in order necessarily, but I'll put this one in 3 for the sake of it. And by the way, this one started as an honorable mention when I thought about this. And I thought more and more about it. I was like, I loved this movie, actually. I was trying to stack. I made the list and I started stacking them against each other. I was like, okay, this actually gets up in the ranks. Holdovers.
Wow.
Wow.
Holdovers
Awesome.
was fucking so goddamn good. That is like the holiday classic that we needed as some fucking millennial ass MFs, dude. That's ours now. We get to have that.
Yeah.
Shout out Paul Giamatti, dude.
John Adams.
Yeah, dude. That movie fucking straight up killed it. Shout out the John Adams miniseries that I haven't seen. Apparently you haven't finished it, according to Andy.
Jesus Christ. Thank
No,
you.
I've actually sold
gotta
that,
shut
and I
that
was just
woman
like, I was like thinking about, it. I was like, I'm gonna do that during the holidays. I think I'm gonna watch the John Adams miniseries.
Yeah,
It
so
starts
shout
off
out-
really good.
Shout out to the Holdovers, man. If y'all haven't seen that shit yet, fucking, that is, again, in my top 3 for a reason. That is a definite must watch, and probably a watch every holiday season.
I feel like the way that movie is built is exactly designed to linger in people's brains like that. You know what I mean? Like, I have it in my honorable mentions, probably top 10 of this year, and like, yeah, any given day you could wake up and be like, oh, that's like, best movie I saw this year.
Yeah.
It's a really
100%.
cool feeling.
Literally happened to me. I had it in my honorable mention. I was like,
You know what?
do I like it better than Oppenheimer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do I like it better than Iron Claw? Yeah.
Sick.
So it made its way to 3.
Maybe one day we'll drop the Holdovers episode that never came out.
Yeah, shout out to Patreon that it doesn't exist yet. Is it
Yeah.
Patreon?
Patreon.
Shout out to Patreon that doesn't exist yet. We all will see that shit. We made it a whole app.
The Holdovers.
Number 3?
What?
Number
Are you
3.
following me? Show me on your list. You
I don't want to show you the rest of them because
He
I want
lied.
to see if we all line up.
Nah,
lied.
I
I
believe
didn't.
it.
I didn't. The Holdovers is definitely number 3.
Yeah.
So
awesome
fucking
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Anything
was-
you want to add?
No, it was. I think what we talked about, prior was that it seems like it's always been there, and so I think if a movie crosses that threshold, it's got to be in your top 3.
Instant classic.
Yeah.
Underrated New England movie too. That's my corner.
Shout out to
of
the
this.
assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Fucking baby.
Oh, apparently Boston Globe or whatever the fuck put it as the movie of the year.
That's
Nice.
One of those
homerism.
Boston ass fucking.
That's how Marcus Smart got Defensive Player of the Year a couple years ago. It's just
Because of Boston Globe.
that Boston media just trickling. Every basketball writer is from Boston. Don't ever forget that.
Bush one.
Yeah. My number 2 film of the year is previously discussed Oppenheimer. I'm going to see this movie again. It's coming back to theaters. If you guys want to go again, let's do it. January happening, but I don't really have anything to add. I feel like if this movie is going to be discussed again, there are people on this panel that might have more to say about it than me. But it really worked. It's so kinetic and just driving and getting all that information in this amount of time, even though it is a long movie, is just an achievement. And I don't know. I'm in on Nolan. I was in on Tenet. I'm one of the Tenet people.
You're
Even
one
if
of
it's
those
a bit.
tenant people.
I'm
Even if it's a joke.
a
backwards
little
as
bit
best
of
as
a
you can
tenant
right now.
apologist now.
Show me your
right.
best backwards walk, dude.
Chris, what do you got for number 2?
All right, so number 2, two's a good number. Avatar 2. Nobody I went.
What?
No.
Are you doing a bit?
No, this is not a bit. I really enjoyed this movie.
That movie came out this year?
It
Yeah,
did.
January.
I saw it January 4.
Okay.
I don't. It came out in January, right?
I mean, it might have came out on Christmas Day.
I think it did. But I'm not going to.
Yeah,
I'm not
I
going to
saw
yuck
it.
your
I saw
yum.
it December 4, and I saw it like within
January
days.
4.
That's okay.
Or Jan 4.
Where were you on
4.
January 6th? I was watching Avatar 2.
Yeah, I was totally watching Avatar 2, Way of the Water.
This movie, divisive in the crew that I went with. Me and my girlfriend loved it. We were both enjoyed the first Avatar. We took some people who had never seen Avatar.
Oh.
I thought that maybe you could probably just catch up and you figure out Avatar.
Mm-hmm.
A lot fucking happens in this movie. It's
very
and
true.
It is
Yeah, a lot.
insane. It is gigantic. It takes on such big ideas, and to feel like
Whale kinetics.
oh my god, like I'm just like in the theater crying because blue people are emoting on screen, and it's incredible. Just watching people swim underwater in that film is insane.
Shout out
So-
to mind communication with whales, though. I would
Oh
love
my
to do
God.
that
The
shit. Imagine
story,
if
like-
Free Willy had that. Be so sick. Be a way better movie.
a PTSD canceled whale like telling his story, incredible.
Actually, that is fire. I
It
fucking
was
relate.
one of the most insane things I've ever seen.
I relate with that. Man. For real. You actually might have just added it to my list.
That's awesome. I'm happy that we're having a conversation about that
Yeah.
movie. You know what I mean? I really liked it. The only thing that threw me off was the 60 FPS.
I kind of liked it. I was like, I was full bought in on just like, let's see just some new shit. And James Cameron is off on his own, and he's just doing the craziest shit all the time. Like nobody's doing the shit that he's doing.
He's always taking it to another level, and I think
Yeah.
that you have an eye for that stuff, and it really makes it stand out. And
Yeah.
it's just he makes the best action movies, like hands down.
There's no comparison.
Yeah. What do you got for number 2, bud?
John Woo's a comparison.
No one saw
Anyway,
Silent Night. Not
number
even
2
me.
for me hasn't been mentioned yet. I don't think. Killers of the Flower Moon. Number 2 has to be almost number 1. There was contention there, very recent contention. But yeah, Killers of the Flower Moon, long as fuck. Which y'all at this point know I don't bang with longer ass movies, dude. I fucking rock with hour 30, hour 45 zone.
Facts.
But this movie, it's been a minute since we saw actually prototype episode 000. Me and Tharp talked about this on recording. And at that point, I had more gripes than I do with it now because we had just seen it, and I was like, that was too fucking long. But it was so fucking good. What a great story.
Yeah.
What a cool fucking movie. Like, Lily Gladstone is now like an unforgettable artist because of that movie. Yeah, I think that's all there is to be said about that one for me on number 2. I'm sure there'll be another mention of it, hopefully.
I got some more
Don't
to
do
say.
it.
I mean, there's nothing more to be said because it's Killers of the Flower Moon or number
For
2.
number 2.
Number
Wow.
2.
This guy's just a
Alright.
fucking
along.
poser, dude.
I'll
This
show
guy's
you-
a poser.
I will show you my list after. You
All
can
right,
fact
all
check.
right, all right.
You can fact check it.
Well, this is going faster.
Awesome.
I already know what your fucking first one is.
Of course you do.
You're a poser. Sorry.
It's my number 1, right? We're
Yeah,
done?
it's your
You're
number
on
one.
your number
Oh,
one.
cool.
Unveil it.
Get that fucking
Well,
thing.
It'll be easy to talk about now because it's Killers of the Flower Moon.
Oh,
Yeah, my favorite of the year.
hey!
Boom,
yeah.
baby.
There it is.
I read the book by, I believe it's David Grimm, last year in anticipation for this. I've been, this has been a movie that I've eagerly waited for. And yeah, people have gripes with the length and, Martin Scorsese telling this story about like indigenous people, something like that. But I think he does a really good job, kind of balancing that and being aware. And this movie is not meant to be, the violence in this movie is not meant to be entertaining or like rewarding in the way of some of his old movies. And I think he's reflecting on that in this picture. And some of the scenes where Robert De Niro, like that, when the farm is burning and Robert De Niro is staring
Holy
out
shit.
onto hell and just
So
realizing what he's in for, I was like, this is, my favorite movie of the year, if not like, one of my favorites ever. I can't wait to dig back into it. It's such an accomplishment. Robert De Niro's little glasses, Leo's coat, the double RL style, like what
Oh, yeah.
like
man.
Western
That was a
coat.
double RL
Yeah.
ass movie, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. And I mean, as we said, like Lily Gladstone and the performances of the,
Yeah. Shout out to Billy Bob Thornton. I mean, Leonardo DiCaprio, sling blade ass motherfucker.
He
did a great job, though.
He does love
Talking out
money.
of the mouth.
And so do I. Chris Tharp, I would love to hear what your number 1 movie of the year is.
I think we all know.
It's Oppenheimer, of
Psych.
course.
Of course.
We've already talked about it. Coming from the world of cinematography, seeing it in 70 millimeters, seeing black and white early on, even though some other movies have done it now. But I feel like that this movie, like, it just moves at a breakneck pace the entire time. It's long as fuck, but it doesn't feel that long. And just so much
it does.
happens. There's so many great performances. I feel it just takes on just topics that, like, I don't know, nobody else is doing.
I will say, even though it is my number 5, I will say, like, the pace of this movie is so good considering it's a movie about a fucking, like, scientist.
Yeah.
You would think that shit's going to be dry as fuck,
Yeah.
but, well, obviously, the end gets pretty not dry, but yeah, getting there, like, the building of an atomic bomb, you don't think that's going to be, like, the most, like, riveting storyline, but it really is.
Yeah. On rewatch, just how the end ties everything together and makes it so fucking rewarding to see how everything comes together is like, it's crazy to have a movie that you can watch this many times that be this long. And
Killers is the only, like, I haven't watched a modern movie twice other than Good Time in a while, and The Killer and Oppenheimer is a movie that I've seen twice. And both of them are movies that you can watch again, and that kind of like played into my list a little bit.
Did you say The Killer or Killers?
No, just The Killer. I watched it again, and I feel like it is a rare thing to watch a modern movie again. And I've seen Oppenheimer twice now, and with an invitation to a third, I may still go back. There's just nothing like that experience, and I think it's just a very important film that'll be around for a while. So that's the kind of thing that hits me for number 1.
Cool. I noticed that no Killers of the Flower Moon on your list. Didn't even make top 5?
It popped around, but I was like, I'm not dying to see it again.
Okay.
Is the thing. So that's actually the thing. Is like I was like, all of these movies on my list, I will watch again soon.
Right on.
So a rewatch ability, it played into my list. I don't know.
yeah, I'm glad I wasn't on episode 000 because if you if I had to go to bat after like seeing that thing, I would have felt like, you know, I had an adrenaline shot through my chest. I would have just been like screaming about how much I loved it. Would have been bad content. But I want to hear what your number one movie is, JP.
Our
Yeah, clearly
number
it's,
one.
Can you guys hold
clearly
hands?
this fucking let's,
3, 2,
should
1,
we
say
at
it.
the same
Yeah,
time?
say it at the same time.
3, 2, 1. Creed 3.
Four things.
I'm kidding. Yeah, it was Poor Things for sure. It was definitely Poor
Creed
Things. Yeah. That fucking movie, obviously, y'all have now watched the episode because you care about us and watched episode 3. Poor Things, so fucking good. I've never seen a movie that imaginative, but like in the pocket at the same time.
Yeah.
Like a lot of movies go off and do some weird shit, but this one like kept it in the pocket, but also was like riveting visually. The like performances were fucking on point. Nobody overacted. Nobody like fell short. Rami Youssef, shout out my Egyptian brother, dude, killed it.
Salams.
Yeah, salam alaikum, my homie. But yeah, I think Poor Things easily takes the top for me. Yorgos Lanthimos just seated himself as like one of my favorite directors with that one. He's obviously got a banger resume, but this one tops the cake for sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Anything to add?
I think one of the reasons that it took the top for me was not only is it like a great movie, but every different scene that or segment, what are they called? Like the
Chapters, yeah.
epochs of the movie, like, or they were very accurate to not just like a child's portrayal of something, but also maybe like a memory of something. Like we went to Lisbon,
Yeah.
and when I think back on it, it's like Emma Stone's version of Lisbon. It's like fantastic.
We did have a lot of sex.
We had we both became prostitutes. We both like there were some guys crawling around on all fours with their guys stuff.
Yeah.
And you know, I just remember it like that.
Yeah.
So it was cool to see that portrayed in that kind
That's
of
a pretty
way.
artful thing that you're saying right now compared to what you told me earlier, which was I got to see a lot of Emma Stone naked in this movie, and that's why it's my number one.
That wasn't incredibly important
That
to
is
me.
what you said moments ago.
Yeah, I don't know. I think our trip to Lisbon is also close and dear to my heart. So
Same.
even though
My beautiful brother.
even though I hurt myself quite badly.
Yeah, by the way, quick side note. On that trip to Lisbon, Andy, all right, fuck it. We rented Vespas and we were driving on a mountain. We were going to go drive to this Sintra, which is a mountain with a bunch of battlements on it. It's very beautiful. You should go check it out if you get to Lisbon. And we wanted to ride Vespas on that. And so we rented Vespas, and Andy was very afraid to rent Vespas and was trying to get us to not do it. Don't speak. You're trying to get us not to do it, right? Fast forward to the next day. We get the scooters. We're driving. It's going well. Andy's right behind me. There's a red light in front of me. Obviously, what do you do at a red light?
You stop.
What do you do at a red light?
Stop.
Okay, yeah. So I stopped at the red light. Andy didn't, and he was behind me. So according to Luke. You can have your own rendition. It looked like Luke said that he accidentally hit the gas instead of the brake and did like a fast wobble and fell. And so he slid going maybe like 15 miles per hour, falls and slides by me. And I look over because I hear it happening, and I look to my side, and he's sliding across the road. And I swear to God, he makes eye contact with me with this like shit-eating, "I told you so" face, like looking at me like I'm dying right now, and it's your fault.
Like you did out of spite.
Yeah, exactly. Like he crashed because it's my fault that we got scooters, and it's my fault that I stopped at a stoplight. So yeah, that's that story. You don't get a chance to speak on this.
And I'm glad
Sorry.
you're okay.
Thank you.
It was the funniest fucking thing. It nearly ruined his day, which, by the way, ended up being the best day of the trip.
It ruined my week.
Yeah, he had a boo-boo
How
on
was
his
how
hand.
were the injuries?
He had a
on that
little
one?
boo-boo.
Like all the skin on my hand was gone,
It was a boo-boo.
and I had to
Classic boo boo.
whatever. Nope, you're
We
right.
had to pay for the Vespa. By the way, me and Luke did not need to do this. Chipped in for the Vespa because he had to pay €500. And he was still like, yeah, like we should have. Like he didn't just make the dumbest mistake and crash at a red light.
I wouldn't do that shit either. Just so
Anyway,
you know.
Pitch in or crash?
Ride a
Rent the
Vespa.
scooter.
Oh yeah.
It was so much fun, though. It was the coolest part of the trip, right?
Yeah, it was the best part of the trip. Besides the fact that I hurt myself pretty badly.
I'm
Yeah.
more of a Lime bike to McDonald's for
we fucked those
McPlant
up,
kind of guy.
We fucked around on those pretty
Oh, yeah.
hard, heavily,
Dude,
too.
I don't know if
You
y'all
know
been
what?
to Lisbon.
I might bump down Poor Things because there were no Lime scooters in it.
There were no lime scooters. There was marble ass sidewalks there where you can just fucking Tokyo drift your ass on a lime scooter. We were doing all sorts of ripping, rocking around, doing slides, all sorts of crazy shit on these scooters. It was the coolest thing in the
They
world.
didn't put any of that in the movie.
That said, I also fell on my Vespa on a marble sidewalk, and I got it up so fast that they didn't notice.
That's not true.
You
We fully saw it.
saw it?
Yeah.
I tried to get it up fast so they didn't see because I had been making fun of Andy for falling so bad, and it just slipped out from under me. But I stayed on my feet, like it kind of just slipped
Oh,
out
yeah.
from under me.
You also busted your ass just walking, and a little girl went, "Ha!" And that was great. That was actually
That's
That
made me
is,
clap.
that is true.
that was in like in front of in one of these like very old. I think the spot that they were trying to show in Lisbon is where you fell in front of the
Yeah,
little
the
girl.
stairs, the weird,
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
Guys,
Let's-
I feel like the nicest thing about this conversation is that in discussing our favorite movies, we've had some favorite moments. We've been able to talk about our lives and how they relate, and
yeah.
it feels so nice. And I want to just thank you guys for sharing this moment with me.
Yeah,
Brother, my
retrospect,
beautiful brother.
It fucking sucked actually. Now I'm
Going to
remembering.
Lisbon?
Where?
Yeah,
You
it-
falling? Hilarious.
Yeah, it wasn't fun.
Literally a highlight of my life
It
watching
hurt,
you fall.
and you were actually a dick.
Boy, that was a nice time.
honorable mentions you guys want to list off? Andy, why don't you start? Any movies?
Let's rapid fire on our honorable
Yeah, yeah,
mentions.
yeah.
Honorable
just give me two.
mentions.
You don't-
Ooh, I'm gonna have to check
This movie,
mine.
All right,
this
JP,
guy only
two
saw
honorable
5
mentions.
movies.
JP, you just rip yours.
Wait,
I don't
no,
even
no,
have
no,
any
no.
on him. I
Hold
don't
on,
have
yeah,
any,
yeah.
so
Honorable mentions, go.
Oh wait, no, I didn't fill this part out. Yeah, you're right.
Fucking idiot. My honorable mentions, I obviously mentioned one. Creed 3. What a fucking banger.
Banger.
Any Creed movies, like watching one of those sick ass Showtime specials before a boxing match, this movie rocked. Shut up. You don't get to go now. Second honorable mention, Megan. Let's go, Megan.
Megan.
Let's go, Megan.
We saw Megan
That
together,
one, that
right?
was
We
my
did.
honorable
Yeah.
mission
That was the
too.
first movie we saw together, I think.
I think probably.
Shout out
That was a
Megan.
great- that was a
dude.
great
If
movie
y'all haven't seen
experience.
Megan, go see it. Honorable mention.
Such a campy fucking horror piece of work.
You got
Loved
one?
it.
I
Done.
did. It was just out of order. Thanksgiving is my honorable mention.
Fuck yeah. Great.
Fuck
Classic
yeah.
horror.
Fucking
All right,
rules.
here we go.
Another
All the
failed
homies,
episode.
Fucking Patrick Dempsey killed it. Tim
Yep.
Dillon, all the homies.
Yeah.
I got none.
Nothing? Okay. I want to shout out to Barbie. That was great. In my top 10 for sure. May, December. I talk about this a little bit on the next episode, but late comer, just loved it. And like I said, Poor Things is one of my honorable mentions too.
Can't believe you didn't put that on the list. That's crazy.
Fucked
Hey,
it.
you ever heard of Spider-Man?
Fair enough.
Fucking rules.
P.S. We did also do a secret ep on Thanksgiving. That also will be a bonus ep one of these days.
One of these days.
The archives released
All
on
right,
Patreon.
Next topic.
Nice. Next topic is one or two movies, probably one. We're running a little tight. A first time watch for 2023. So this is a movie that came out before this year, but you hadn't checked out. I'll go first. I had never seen Francis Ha, black and white movie. Always saw it on Netflix, directed by Noah Baumbach, starring Greta Gerwig. Just an amazing, sort of New York vibes movie. Reminiscent of some Woody Allen films of yesteryear.
More like Francis, nah, we don't fuck with no Woody Allen out here. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
Chris, what do you got?
Well, I was
what
just
you
saying that
fucking
Francis Ha shot on Canon 7D, little pocket camera. Pretty amazing feat for that kind of film.
Absolutely.
Crushed it.
Woody Allen, you're a piece of shit, but your movies are pretty cool.
Fuck you, Woody Allen.
Separate the art from the artist.
You heard
We
it here
rock with the
first.
Pharaohs. This podcast is a Pharaohs podcast. We don't do no sort of fucking Woody Allen shit.
First time watch, Chris, go.
Oh, first time watch. I'm gonna bend it a little. I
I do
saw
the same thing, by the way. Go ahead.
I saw The Abyss in theater, 4K restoration. I'd seen The Abyss. I was kind of bored by it, I would say 15 years ago on a tube TV. I thought it was all right. I see it in the modern day 4K, everything played up. It's in Dolby. Amazing theater experience. James Cameron showing early Avatar vibes with these underwater, kind of jellyfish alien kind of glowy things. And just the scope and the scale of this movie is just insane. And then it's, relevant today. It's still Cold War anti-war.
Cold
film.
World.
Cold
Shout
War
out
holler.
Cold World, dude.
Damn, Cold World's in that bit?
Yeah,
Let's
Cold
go.
World
Check
in
it
there,
out.
yeah. But just still relevant today. Amazing action flick, even though it is a slow, just kind of alien anti-war flick. It's crazy.
I'm also breaking the format here on a movie I've already seen but deserves some space.
Go.
Because I rewatched Gone Girl this year.
Fuck yeah.
And holy fucking shit, what a banger that movie is. Shout out Fincher.
Yeah.
Fincher rocks.
Shout out fucking Ben Affleck, the true masshole he is.
Can I say, I have a running letterbox list of every movie I watch in a year, and I tried to put Gone Girl on there a few weeks ago, and it wouldn't let me because I had already watched it this year. So I'm not only watching that every year, I'm watching it multiple times a year.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. What do you got?
Bringing it back to basics with the homie Adam Sandler.
Let's go. What do we got?
Uncut Gems.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Never saw it.
It's incredible.
That's crazy.
Saw it this week. Dude, fucking loved it. Yeah, great New York movie. Great movie for moving
Uncut
up.
Gems.
Yeah, it was.
Jobs.
It was great.
Basketball movie.
Basketball
underrated.
movie. It was the only
Basketball
thing I've
movie,
seen
yeah.
documentaries on people with gambling problems, but this is the only thing that's ever.
I've seen one. It's called My Father. Been
Or
evicted
my
numerous
podcast
times.
partner.
Yeah. Y'all ever been evicted because your daddy has a gambling problem, dude? Shout out Uncut Gems, a.k.a. John Mara.
Trying to tell my landlord that Tyreek Hill didn't have 2 touchdowns.
That and All Quiet on the Western Front.
The new one or the
All Quiet on the Western Front. Yeah,
the new one?
the
That's the
German
new
one. I think it was from 2022.
Yeah.
But I watched
Yeah.
it this year. Fucking incredible.
I need to check that one out. Let's move on. Anything that we kind of talked about this briefly. Any movies that came out this year you didn't see but you're excited to check out?
I got a rapid fire list.
Yeah,
Let's see what you got.
I already said Asteroid City, but also Bottoms. I didn't catch that one in
Bottom's
theaters.
really funny.
Oh, my God. So
Really
good, yeah.
strange kind of movie, but funny.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Me, Anatomy of a Fall. I don't know too much about it. I just
Trying
know
to
it's
get
like
you fools to see that with me.
I mean, it's like they stack all these movies too late in the game. Like
They did.
They really need to spread them out more in the year. This time of year, there's just too much going on.
To that end, I have quite a few. I'm going to list them off. We got May, December. Haven't seen it yet.
Great
Eileen.
flick.
I really want to see Eileen. Maestro. I really want to see Maestro. Anatomy of a Fall. Zone of Interest. American Fiction. Beau is Afraid, which was in your list. And Past Lives. Those are all movies I have not seen this year that all came out this year that are all supposed to be bangers. Can't wait to see them.
I
This
haven't
year
seen
rocks.
most of those. Yeah.
This year, this
So-
movie year,
so good.
there's so many like good films.
Yeah. I heard Eileen was great from my homie Tyler. Shout out Tyler.
Given that you've seen like 5 movies, I'm sure there's a few that you haven't seen.
Yeah. I also had, everything you guys have mentioned I haven't seen. Beau's Afraid I have on my list. Priscilla I want to see. And number 1 I want to see is Oppenheimer.
I can't believe I haven't seen that
Fucking
shit.
saw it.
Let's go
Or-
January.
or-
But
Well,
January,
is Elf
January
Dogs.
7th.
Well,
You,
yeah.
like if you can see it in 70
Actually, it's
millimeter Lincoln IMAX, it's like the best fucking way to see
Yeah,
it.
when it comes back out in January, I'm there.
The seats are uncomfortable, but you'll just deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the worst movie you guys saw this year?
I think we all have the same answer, potentially.
No,
Hopefully.
no, I have a different one.
I have
You
a
guys
different
didn't
one.
even fucking see this piece of shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Super Mario Brothers movie made me feel like a black hole in my stomach. I felt like my soul was being sucked out
Don't
as
speak
I
on
was
Italian plumbers.
sitting
like
on
that.
my couch watching Peacock. I wanted to love it. I love Mario. I'm very nostalgic for that kind of stuff. But it's like, it's just done really poorly. I fucking hate Chris Pratt, and I hate that he's the voice of every animated character.
ride for
He's
him.
going to ruin Garfield, which I know I'm Snoopy gang right now. 2023 was the year of Snoopy, but Garfield is still one of my core 4, one of my guys. So fuck that movie.
Shout out Super Mario Bros. Though. Shout out B3313. Shout out Gil Safan. We rocking with the all kind of ROM hacks on the Mario game. Go ahead.
While you guys weren't looking, I went with a separate homie to see the Marvels. We're like,
Oh yeah, I forgot you did go see that.
we go see all the fucking Marvel movies because you got to stay up on all the fucking lore so that you know what's going on in this universe. And I saw that movie, and I thought, and the trailers are bad, and the movie is worse. It is just long, and like they don't have the comedic timing that they're going for. It like the plot is all over the place. They had this gag where like, oh, these cats, they eat you, but then you get really small inside their stomachs, like, and then we're gonna take
Sounds
all
nice.
these people and put them in a rocket ship. It sounds hilarious on paper if you're high or like you're like a meme or something like that. But watching it happen, I was like, it's just stupid.
I want that movie to be good. And it
I
sucks
wanted
that
it to be
You know
good.
what I mean?
I was like, I dare you
I
to
like
be
the
good.
first one, Captain Marvel.
Yeah, let's go.
You like it? I thought it was good.
I think that it hasn't aged in my mind. Like watching it again, I was like, this is
It's a
complete
fucking
filler.
comic book dumbass movie. I don't fuck with any kind of Marvel bullshit, but that was an alright one.
It
I
also
do.
was surprised. It was worse than Ant-Man. At least Ant-Man was kind of enjoyable.
Shout out Paul Rudd.
I was like, I like Paul Rudd.
Yeah, absolutely.
Michelle Pfeiffer. Amazing in it.
Did you say Pfeiffer?
Yeah.
Michael
It's
Douglas.
it's a
Respect. Pfeiffer. All right, mine is obviously Five Nights at Freddy's. What the fuck was that dumbass movie, dude? Fuck you. I got more to say on that. It's in the next prompt. But fuck that movie. Don't waste your goddamn time. Andy.
You people.
What the fuck is
Oh,
you?
the
Oh,
Netflix
shit, that's
Jonah
the
Hill
Jonah
thing?
Hill one.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
That's the
Yeah.
movie with the fake kiss, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks
Yeah.
insane.
I didn't get that far. That's how bad it was.
Eddie Murphy, though, yeah?
Eddie Murphy honestly killed it. I loved his character, and he was great. And Jonah Hill even had some good lines. I just thought whoever made the movie made it so poorly that it was unwatchable.
They literally CGI'd a kiss because nobody wants to kiss Jonah Hill, I guess. I don't know. Why the fuck do they do that?
I'd give him a smooch. But
Yeah, me too. Shout out. Super
yeah.
bad. Citizen Kane.
nice. Disappointing movie of the year.
I got one.
Go.
You want to go first?
No,
Okay.
I'll wait.
So as a cinematography nerd, there's this movie called The Creator that was coming out, and everyone's fucking pumped on this. It's on all these podcasts for camera people. It's like
Fuck.
so there's like Greg Fraser was one of the DPs on this. He did the Batman. He
Nice.
did Dune. He's like a really important cinematographer right now. It was shot on the FX3, which is actually that camera right there.
Oh, fuck.
So that camera was on a big sci-fi film, and I was like,
FX3.
holy shit, this is gonna be the fucking movie. These trailers are awesome. It's gonna be so cool. I go and I see it. Looks fucking amazing. The CGI is incredible, but the story is just isn't good. It was
Never
just
even
like,
heard of it.
I mean, it was. I guess in the filmmaker world, it was huge, and it went to IMAX actually.
Oh, shit.
I saw it in Dolby because that was like the preferred way for the filmmakers.
What's it
to see
about?
It's about basically AI, and then like this woman puts AI into this kid, and it turns out that the
Megan.
kid is actually
Megan?
it's actually Megan. This little Megan is there, and Denzel Washington's son is actually the father
Oh,
of
yeah.
this, and his wife dies, but then turns out, oh my God, this kid that I've been taking care of is actually my kid, and we're the chosen one, and we're gonna help the world from AI.
I remember now
Like,
seeing
it was just so dumb.
I
trailer
thought
for
you
this.
said The Crater. And I was
That
like,
is what
what
he
the
said.
fuck? I
Oh,
thought
The Creator.
The Creator. It
He's,
came-
you said The Crater. Run it back.
Yeah, I was
Okay,
thinking.
well, I slurred my voice then. The
Sorry.
Creator.
No. I was like,
That's why I was like, what the fuck is The Crater this entire time?
Okay, well.
I didn't want to see
nonetheless.
that. I have a friend who loved it, but
Oh yeah, it was trash. But it looks amazing, and I'm very pumped on it. But it disappointed the hell out of me.
Disappointed. Also, Five Nights at Freddy's. I thought going into this movie, the boys were about to have a great time because it looks fucking sick. Like the premise of like a dumbass campy horror movie where like the characters inside of a Chuck E. Cheese come to life and try and kill people. That sounds fun. This shit was not fun at all. That game sucks. This movie sucks. The lore sucks. Fuck you.
removed all the joy from an experience that could have possibly been okay.
Hated it.
Andy, what you got?
Nope. I didn't see enough movies to have a disappointment. I
All right,
think.
let's keep moving then.
I think yeah.
You're an idiot. Go ahead.
Lightning round, a genre movie you want to shout out. So just like anything that like wouldn't be top 5, but like if you loved it, we've kind of touched on a few of these. I'll go first. I saw a comedy movie called You Hurt My Feelings with Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Very fun, tight movie based in New York about like an older couple kind of about communication and miscommunication. And Julia Louis-Dreyfus is kind of just playing, you know, one of her Selena Meyer, like Elaine characters, just a little bit older. It's wonderfully written. I forget the director. I apologize, but wonderful movie. I suggest check it out. Very quick.
Nice.
Good.
I'm gonna shout out the horror genre, but just that I feel like horror's having a bit of a moment this year. I feel like we're doing some good things, and basically it's just like Megan, Beau is Afraid, Thanksgiving, and Scream all came out this year, and I feel like these are all great horror movies, and I just feel like that's something worth shouting out.
Absolutely.
Superhero movies. Blue Beetle.
Yeah. Really?
Fucking movie rocked. That movie was so good. People all ride for Marvel. We're out here for Blue Beetle. Shout out to POC ass motherfuckers doing sick ass goddamn superhero movies. None of this white people shit, dude.
The trailer made
We
me
rock for
really
Blue
think.
Beetle.
The trailer made me think that was going to be like a Spider-Man kind of like.
It kind of was.
Yeah, like
But
alternate
Blue
universe.
Beetle's like a legendary DC character.
No, totally,
And
yeah.
they stuck to it.
Yeah,
Pretty well.
that's cool. That's a good shout.
Speaking of white people shit, I'm into some Avalanche documentaries right now.
Oh hell yes, let's go.
Okay.
Buried and Torn.
Never heard of it.
Buried is about like a.
Those are two different movies?
Those are it sounds like a hardcore.
These are both
That was the
documentaries, or
Slipknot
both?
song. I'm pretty
Are
sure.
are they both Avalanche based?
They're both Avalanche documentaries. Yes. Buried, town gets obliterated by an avalanche.
That
Or
tracks.
It was like built. Or they're like blowing up mountains to make avalanches happen to keep the ski resort going, and then there's this huge storm and everybody gets annihilated. That was cool.
Cool.
And then Torn is actually about Conrad something and Alex something. They're like famous mountaineers.
Alex Honnold or whatever?
Yeah, maybe.
The like free climber? The free
No,
No,
not
it's
that
free
guy.
solo.
Yeah, but he gets whatever. I don't remember their names. One of them gets. They go out on an expedition together. One of them gets buried in an avalanche. The other one steals the guy's entire family afterward.
What the fuck?
And it's sick.
That actually, wait,
my
I think I
God.
did see something about this.
Yeah, there was.
Stealing families. Shout out to stealing families. By the way, if you have a family and you die, Madeline, what's up? I'm here for you. Like, we can get through this. What? I'm just trying to.
Wow,
You'd be happy to have that. Tell her.
I mean, we did have a discussion after this where she was like, "Yeah, this whole thing's fucked up." I'm like, "Well, I mean, like he was there for her, and like it makes sense." And I
So
think I
tell
might have
her.
buried myself on this one.
Tell her, like,
Yeah.
if something happens, to say it into the camera.
I'm not looking at that
If
camera.
something
let's-
Wow, yeah, this true crime
We'll
documentary.
take care of you.
We're checking this
We
next
can see this
season.
off camera, maybe.
Yo,
Yeah, we'll make a deal.
on my Twitter feed the other day, like just randomly, it showed up like there was like a thread about all the dead bodies on the way up to Mount Everest. That reminded me of that. I was like,
Yeah.
pretty
Ski
locked in on
yellow
that.
boots or whatever his
Green
name
boots.
is. Green boots, yeah.
Guys, thanks for sharing all your movie takes for this year with me. We're gonna do some more fun stuff. I want to start with the first of our other subjects, TV. Chris, you want to give us a couple TV shows you liked? You don't need to go too in depth on anything, but let us know what you're thinking.
I'm gonna do a little bit of a Bryan action here, and it's like I'm gonna plant a flag in the ground a little bit on telemarketers. Safdie Brothers reality show about like people basically scamming people out of money for the police, buying those little police stickers. A lot of it takes place in Florida. Safdie Brothers, interestingly shot, just great show that I feel like not a lot of people talk about.
That shit was very good.
I really liked it.
It's such a interesting topic to cover because it's something you see on everyone's
Yeah.
sticker, and you don't think anything of it, but it's really evil what
Yeah.
they're doing.
Yeah,
yeah. I think that's a full cosign, from all the fellas to watch that one.
Have you seen that yet? It's on HBO, right?
It
It's
is
on HBO.
What's it called?
telemarketers.
Telemarketers.
Okay.
And the Safdie element, it captures 2008 so
Yeah,
well
yeah, yeah.
with all the content.
Uncut Gem Safdie. I don't know if you know.
Hey,
Oh,
the directors of
Okay.
Uncut Gems.
Anything else?
The Bear.
Yep.
Bear season
we
3,
don't need to
ID.
talk about that.
ID on that white
ID?
T-shirt. Somebody
ID?
texted to us.
Also, this final season of John Wilson. Incredible. And then, yeah, that's it for me.
I got 2 heavy hitters, and then a third that isn't technically 2023, but I watched it this year. So,
Yeah, cool.
Golden Bachelor. Let's fucking go. Shout out Gary. Shout out my homie Gary. Shout out Two Tone Date Justs. My
Okay.
homie gets it. Love Island Games. What a fucking banger of a show that is. Shout out Love Island in general. But then when you fucking say, all right, all the homies across the world who have done your Love Islands, let's get together and do all type of games and stuff. We rock with that here on Fellavision. And then the third, although I think it came out later last year, Severance. Holy fucking shit.
Oh,
What
so
a show.
good.
What a fucking banger. All right, that's it for me. What do you got?
well, I'm only allowed to watch television that my wife wants to watch.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Other than
Same.
that, I'm watching basketball. So, more docu-series. I got Love Has Won.
That almost made my list.
Love
I
Has
don't know
Won.
what that is. Love Island Games.
Love Has Won is the cult documentary about the woman who thinks she's the Mother Earth god.
She
and
thinks she's Mother God.
drinks a bunch of colloidal silver and turns blue and dies, and then they carry her around for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
That actually sounds
It's
great.
insane.
Yeah, that
Watch
was
it on
good.
HBO. It's so good.
The other one is Monique Olivier, Accessory to Evil. It's a French serial killer who is aided and abetted by his wife, and they like kidnap children. It is fucking
Holy shit.
gruesome
Yeah.
and terrible. And the other one is just Great British Baking Show.
Of course it is.
I love that.
Of course it is.
Any basketball games in particular you want to shout out?
There was a couple that Draymond Green had some good plays in. Other than that,
This guy, dude. That's the best thing you said today.
I can't.
Did you guys see the video of the holographic Draymond Green hitting Jordan Poole?
Oh my fucking god! Of course.
Oh
I
my
did
God.
see that.
Oh, that's
Incredible.
awesome.
Yeah,
love
that's me.
basketball. Cool. TV for me, I just got a few. I want to shout out Jury Duty.
Oh my fucking
Jury
god, we
Duty,
missed it.
God.
Jury Duty definitely makes the top of my list.
Yeah, I can't believe I
Holy
forgot
shit.
that one.
Have
Yeah.
you seen that?
No.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah, kind of vaguely.
It's
Yeah.
so
Give it
good.
the rundown.
Definitely under the radar, kind of, but I feel like people our age are really caught on because it's in the vein of like a Nathan Fielder rehearsal style thing.
Yeah.
But there's a fake jury panel set up for a trial for people that don't exist, and one person on the jury doesn't know that it's all fake, and he's surrounded by actors for
Yeah.
2 weeks, and
Incredible.
yeah, basically like
So good.
not only is it just like interesting to watch how they pull it off, but like you really develop an attachment to the one guy who doesn't do it because he's he rocks.
Yeah,
But,
no, such heart of gold.
Is this the guy that did The Push? Is that the same director?
I don't know what that is.
Does he like push? They get somebody to push someone off a building. It's
Is
like
that
the same
Draymond-
kind
Draymond
of mind.
Green?
Yeah, it's
Draymond shit.
isn't this directed by Draymond Green?
Shout out Mecky Leper though, Derek's homie. We rock with you
Oh,
on
for
this
sure.
pod.
Facts.
Shout out homegirl from Decades. I forget her name. What's her name? Anybody?
Cut this part.
She did fucking incredibly. She was very
Yeah,
funny.
no, she was great.
Awesome.
She's so fucking funny.
Shout out Decades Pizza as well.
Decades Pizza.
Yeah, Bear season 2 again. Shout out. That show is.
Oh,
Very,
that was season 2, not season 3. Eh?
It was, yeah.
Fuck.
That
Yeah.
that show
Did I say 3?
has a very special place in my heart about doing something you love, working really hard at it, but like kind of wrestling with like does this make me happy, like or does this just make me more fucking stressed out every day of my life? I feel that-
Cousin.
Yeah, yes, chef. Behind corner.
Shout out Carmi. Shout out fucking the Iron Claw. We love you, buddy.
Yeah, and if I didn't shout out Succession, like best TV show of like this era. So
I was kicking myself because I was like, I couldn't see my phone, and I was like, the last one was Succession, and I was like, how did I not say that?
Again, I missed that. Succession. Incredible.
yeah,
good.
I mean, it's a like I don't know. It was so everything for a couple of years
Yeah.
that for them to, land that plane gracefully and just I can't wait to watch it again. I haven't checked it out since, but also The Other Two is a show. If you're a dickhead and you like enjoy the pain of other people, like check that one out. It's like a
Could
comedy
be
show.
me. Can't relate.
This should be fun. We're gonna go into music corner now, and
Okay.
I wanted to keep this kind of light and airy. We don't need to do like anything particular, but if you have a favorite record that you liked, if you had if there was a show that really worked for you, or there's just a band you want to shout out, I just want to hear from you guys. I'm just interested. I feel like the music that we're kind of into, it's not really it's not easy to, simplify things in that way. But just one thing in music that you want to shout out, or a couple. I don't, hey, let it roll. Chris.
The new Military Gun record has been just one of the few things that I've been listening to this year. I just can't stop. Oh my God, it's incredible. I'll also put that pressure cooker song on there.
Daisy, shout
the
out James.
Daisy song. I cannot get enough of that song. Once I heard it, it just wouldn't leave my Spotify. Like I was listening to it all the time.
Shout out Spotify.
Might be song of the year.
Yeah, I think it is, for me, strong song of the year. It's so fucking good. For the gig, High Viz coming to town. That record didn't catch me at first. Then I got it, and thank God I got it when I got it, because when they came to town, it was just a really...
That show rocked.
I was like, I hadn't been that excited for a show in a while. Then when I saw it, and it was just like all the homies together, having a great fucking night, great venue, everything just hit that night, and it was just like a really exciting gig for me.
For me, I got a different thing going. I got top three records of the year. We got
Love it.
Yusuf Day's Black Classical Music, incredible jazz drummer. Y'all should fuck with it. If y'all fuck with vibes, this is the spot for you. Obviously, if you don't sit in any type of vibe, like Andy is not in any type of vibe, so he can't rock with that. But
This isn't the kind of if you look like this, don't listen to.
yeah, if you look like this, you can't listen to this record. Larry June, Great Escape with The Alchemist. If y'all fuck with some classic hip hop, that one rocks. And Hotline TNT, Cartwheel, shout out to homies. Great record. And then for a gig, you know what? On a quick off the cuff rip, Rival Schools. That was fucking so sick.
Fuck yeah,
Shout out Rival Schools.
dude! That Hotline TNT record, it was on my short list. It's really great.
It's
What
so
about
fucking
that
good.
Hotline TNT show inside of an abandoned subway?
Oh yeah, you guys went to that.
We saw Hotline TNT in a abandoned subway tunnel, which sounds cool until you blow your nose afterward. It's just soot and nasty shit. It was disgusting as fuck. I hated that, but it was fun in the moment.
Remember how scary it was to turn your light off when there was nothing around?
Me, Tharp, and Danny went as far as we could into the tunnel and turned off our like flashlights and just tried to spook each other. It was a good time.
My heart skipped a beat.
I kept like they'd be walking and I would just stop walking and just like be gone, do a little spookiness. But they didn't notice because they don't care about me. So I was kind of just standing behind them for a while and they never noticed.
Confirmed.
And they
Never
just kept
noticed.
going. So that was pretty
Yeah,
upsetting.
shout out everyone we know in Hotline TNT.
Yeah, shout out to the long list of the homies.
Exactly.
And Hotline TNT.
It's gonna be the credits rolling through the thing.
All right, yeah. All that hardcore stuff, super cool. I like it a lot. I also rep it.
Name one hardcore record.
Well,
Yeah,
you guys have
Military
done it.
Gun is
You guys have
hardcore.
done enough. So I'm going to shout out the Bad Plus, self-titled, excellent jazz record. If you're looking for vibes,
You don't know anything about vibes.
shout out Reed Anderson, incredible. And for show, how could you not say Blink-182 live in San Jose, my
Oh
brother?
shit, that was so sick.
Yeah.
The homies saw Blink-182 together. And Turnstile, shout out Turnstile.
Yeah, that was great. I was actually bummed when I was looking into this that Glow Up or Glow On, whatever the fuck
Glow
it's
On,
called, was not 2023 because that ruled.
That record's so fucking good.
Yeah, that was great.
Incredible record. Dominated 2022.
Yeah, that was good. But that Blink-182 show was the Mark, Tom, and Travis show from when I was growing up. Reanimated. It was perfect.
Yeah, rocked.
Yeah. So Blink-182, the Bad Plus.
Nice. I caught Blink like 2 months ago in Vegas, and it was pretty awesome. Like they just like you said, haven't missed a beat on the banter and stuff like that. And like I don't know, watching one of the biggest rock bands in the world like fuck songs up is so
Hilarious.
like it's hilarious, but it's also like it's like humbling. It's like, oh, I could do that too.
Yeah.
It's great.
We had a humbling experience getting to the show. We
Yeah, we did. Oh my fucking God.
we took Lime scooters from the train station to the venue.
Okay.
And I'm like, this is going to be perfect. It's right through a park. We have a little bit of street stuff to get through, and then we're just riding through a park for most of the way. It'll be fun. And we get to the park, and we're going through. We're like, all right, cool. Now we're on the right path. And we get in there, like, I'd say a quarter of a mile.
Just smiling all big, having a good
Yeah,
time.
we're just like, we're riding electric scooters to a Blink-182 show. Like, elementary school dreams are coming true.
giddiness. Yeah.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden we're just going a little slower, slowing down. We're like, what the fuck? And we look at each other and they just the scooters just stop. Both at the same time.
Oh, you hit the radius?
We hit
Yeah.
a dead zone.
Yeah.
We
But
had not the radius,
Yeah.
a specific dead zone.
Yeah. We zoom out, we look at the park, we're like, what the fuck's going on? Because it said you
Yeah.
can park it there. There's just this big black cutout of the park.
Why?
We're like, why? Why would you do this? Why would they have it's the park, it's a perfect place. So we're like, talking to each other, we're like, look, I can see that it's like, we've come this far, it's that far again, ×2, and then we'll be on the other side of it. Let's just push through. He's like, no, let's go back and call an Uber. I'm like, no, we can do it. Let's just push through. So we push.
Don't laugh about that, dude. I'm just trying not to have to push a scooter. Dude, what the hell?
I
Why you
wasn't
at
laughing
me,
at
bro?
that. I wasn't
Just
laughing
fucking
because of
nah,
that.
dude,
It
he's
was,
coming for
Yeah,
me,
what
dude.
was that?
He tried to say that I'm lazy, dude.
I don't think so. I think you were trying to look out for both of us. Weird.
Motherfucker.
But we I don't know what he was trying to say. But we push it like another minute. We were just like, all right, fine, let's push. We go like another minute in. All of a sudden we are in the center of the biggest, most densest homeless encampment in all of San Jose.
It was in fucking
Like,
insane.
permanent
I'm ta-
residences.
Like 2-story shack ass.
Yeah.
It was kind of cool, except
was-
there was a lot of junkie lean situation going on.
Yeah.
It was a pretty fucked up sight.
And they're looking at me and you pushing, struggling to push.
They're heavy.
Like heavy ass electric
they
scooters
are,
through.
I was laughing because I had the same experience in England. Yeah.
Okay, fair.
Well, yeah, you can't get out of it now. But it was fun. We got through. We made it through.
It was dark as fuck.
It was pretty
bleak.
dark, but when we got through to the other side, it was all worth it at the end.
Saw the blink.
So I'm like,
All right.
aliens exist.
That's awesome. I got a few. I honestly, working in music, I feel like I didn't have a chance to like check out enough things outside my purview to really like rank like my favorite records of the year. But I have a few that I loved. The new Sufjan Stevens record, Javelin, is really great. Just sounds like a classic, one of his records. In a similar vein, Greg Mendez just dropped a new record. He's out of Philly. Sounds in the vein of Alex G or Elliott Smith. Really like sensitive but amazing songwriting. Kind of like laid back. I would suggest either of those. As for bands, Wreckage from Connecticut, fucking sick.
Is that a core band?
It is a core band.
We rock with the core here on this podcast.
It's kind of like like demo reminds me of Fury from 10 years ago. Just feels in that same like really energetic vein. And then my favorite show that I saw this year, I had to think about this, but it was Korn at Sick New World.
Oh,
They
wow.
put on a fucking amazing show.
Incredible.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, it's great.
Did any of you guys see the recent Limp Bizkit video that like surfaced?
No.
It's I don't know if it's a joke or if Fred Durst's new personality is indeed a cowboy.
Oh, I did see this.
Oh, that rocks.
But he comes out fully Southern in a cowboy hat, and there's
Yeah.
people on the
feel
side
like
of the stage.
I
also.
feel like they did that in Texas or something like that. I think that there's a bit more to the story. I think.
Oh,
to that. I was like,
okay.
but this I don't know what the rest of the story.
That's
is,
a
but
bummer.
I do believe that it's in Texas or some yeehaw ass place.
Shout out Fred Durst, our favorite director. Education of Charlie Banks is Andy's favorite movie. He loves Fred Durst, so.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy who seems like he would have a persona or two that he's trying out,
Yeah.
just to be silly.
I mean, he was having that moment when he was being like a cool dad or something like that, and he was
If I'm ever
Wearing-
a dad, I'm always the cool dad.
yeah.
All right, I'm going to skip a few of these because just for time. We're going to move on to the lightning round. And let's just do some deliberations about, what we think about some of these topics. Start with the first one. This is a movie podcast where all go to the movies together or try.
Yeah.
What's the movie theater of the year for you guys?
Easy.
Easy.
Say it.
34th Street.
34th Street, Dolby
Dolby
Theater.
specific. Yeah.
Dolby
Dolby
specifically.
specific
Although
is the
AMC
one.
Empire 25, Auditorium 8, Dolby, also great.
Also great.
Yeah, there's nothing like being in Times Square. The Empire, you do get the Yard House next to it, which is huge.
Which is incredible.
Like
Shout out to Yard House.
your food options are a little more limited at 34th.
True.
We had a great time at Kips Bay when we saw Holdovers in the morning. It's great
Yeah,
for putts.
yeah. If you
But,
want to get a coffee after.
yeah,
What's yours?
exactly.
What's your number one?
Being in Times Square for a year, for my first full year in New York, it's
Going to Times Square once a week?
Empire.
Wow.
It's
All
gonna be
right,
Empire.
I'll take it.
It has its problems. It fucking sucks a lot, and the theaters are disgusting, and the movies don't work, and you can hear other movies in them. But that's just life in the big city.
Life in the big city,
life
baby.
in the big city.
Andy, you got
That one
anything?
escalator will
Mine's-
not fucking work.
No, I mean, I had AMC Empire 25 just because I show up there even when that's not the movie.
Yeah, I just love it so
The two
much.
New York guys
Yeah.
just love the fucking Times Square one.
Oh yeah, fucking Penn Station's so much better.
Yeah, dude.
Well, I just
It is better, dude.
Yeah.
It's
I think
sick.
for being 8 blocks away in the exact same commute, it probably is the better one.
Don't get me
It
wrong.
just
I
less-
ride for Times Square, baby. That's
Yeah.
number one spot. I say this every time, but like I feel like for people that actually live in New York City, other than people that work in Times Square, we might be
Yeah.
the most visited people that live in New
I'm
York that go to Times
clocking
Square.
too much time in Times Square. I don't mean it to
We're there, like,
happen.
once a week.
We're there all the time.
Yo, if Foursquare was still around, we would be fucking.
Oh, yeah,
this would
we'd
be
be like be the kings.
It would be just the crown would be changing heads
Exactly,
constantly.
be fighting. All right, so split decision, 34th and Empire. Awesome.
Yeah.
This is going to be an interesting one. I wrote this down. I don't really know what it means. Drip of the year. And
know
so
what
a
it
piece of clothing or an accessory. I know what you're going to fucking say.
I got a lot. You don't know anything about me, Daddy.
I think I'm looking at what you're going to say.
Okay,
but,
yeah, you are, but
yeah.
still.
Andy, what you got?
I got JP's Rolex that I bought for him.
Okay, you can buy it, motherfucker.
You did buy it for him, actually.
you
Elaborate
did.
You let me
on that.
borrow
Oh
the
my
money,
God.
dude. It's
for
different.
longer than planned.
Who slid the
Borrow
credit
the
card?
money.
So you
Don't
bought
hide it. Show it.
Andy,
Cars. Trust me, it's fucking number 1 on my list. Drip of the year, two-tone. Rolex Datejust 36, 90s reference. Let's go.
that Andy bought.
That Andy bought.
Might have bought for me. Also, I got Hagiwara, the homie, Kelly Green Eagles jersey from dhgate.com. Fucking, if y'all fuck with jerseys, see ya. That's water. That's water on the ground.
We'll deal with it afterward.
God fucking damn
If
it.
y'all rock with getting jerseys, dhgate.com. I paid $25 for this sucker. Fucking beautiful stitched Kelly Green Eagles jersey with
They're
my
pretty
homie's
good.
name on the back.
They're pretty okay.
Is that bad?
It's not bad.
We're
good.
No, you're good.
We're good. We're good.
Worst has happened at a hardcore gig.
Any other ones?
Oh, I got one more. The linen beach pants from Todd Snyder that I rocked in Italy the whole time. I looked sick as fuck. Everybody thought I looked cool. Everyone was mentioning how cool I look. All the Italians were like, you look great. So
That reminds me, I got a white linen beach fit too. I'll post that up.
yeah,
on
but you
the
got
vid.
like one of those
Check it
like
out.
you have like one of those like white families on the beach doing family photos.
No, it's more like Cuban drug lord kind of vibes.
Okay, respect.
Chris Tharp, did you buy anything for JP this year?
What the fuck? Let me think about that. Did I buy any? No, just drinks. So none
What's your
of
drip?
those did drip and spill, but I've gotten the most compliments on my Tom Sachs
Oh, yeah.
general purpose shoes. Just the other day, I was at Metropolis, and one of the guys was wearing it, and made a little joke. We did a little fist pound. I was like, God, when Metropolis dudes like fuck with your fit, I'm like, I was walking on cloud 9.
What do you got?
I thrifted a couple jackets this year I'm really proud of.
Let's
I
hear
got
it.
this
Which one?
Land's End chore coat. It's like maroon, brown collar.
Oh, I've seen it.
Really classic. You know, you'll see me rocking around in it. It's fleece instead of like a canvas material, which
Like
is
a
very
blanket
interesting.
lined? Oh, you mean the outside of it? is
Yeah, the
fleece,
outside. And then the other one, when I was making the new My Fictions record, we went to a thrift store in Connecticut next to a Red Wing United States themed diner.
Sick.
And
like
I
that.
found the perfect Carhartt jacket. It's like dark brown, but it's like faded in all the right places. Like, you know, real
Like
vintage
a real
workwear.
workman wore it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I feel good in that thing. It kind of fits me just right. And I got it for like $45. Felt great. In Bushwick, you're paying like, you know, at least
dollar.
$80 for that thing. Probably more.
Top dollar.
Probably
If you
more.
want- if you
Probably
want a
more.
man
Honestly, you're
sweating
paying
there.
way more at Metropolis too.
Yeah.
Just saw those
All right.
prices.
This is going to be a tough one.
Let's hear it.
Homie of the Year 2023. It has to be a person outside of this group.
Fuck.
Yep.
Yeah, it can't be you.
All right. So,
I nominate myself.
I was
Yeah, he was about to
gonna
nominate
myself.
himself as Homie of the Year.
I wrote tough one, but it's got to be me.
Your own best homie. I am my best homie.
Again, we chose the same person.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll kick,
well,
I'll
Yeah,
kick
you
it off.
better keep that
you
same
kick it off,
energy.
you kick it off.
I'm going to kick it off with a joke, and it's going to be my homie Mike Russo because he's certainly not getting Gamer of the Year.
Oh, I like that a
Fuck
lot.
you, Russo.
I love you, Mike.
We don't fuck with you. We don't rock with you on this podcast.
You're my angel, my homie, my number one shining gem. I miss you.
No,
and I
dude.
think about you all the time. Go Celtics, Peyton Pritchard,
Peyton Pritchard.
upside down trophy.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Chris. Homie of the Year.
Homie of the Year, friend of the pod, Ned Russin, did the jingle.
Yep.
He did do the jingle. Shout out to the homie.
Got me into a few gigs this year. Saw
Huge.
Quicksand with him. He did the jingle for the pod. I did a music video for him. The money was pretty good. So it definitely made my year because it was a tough one.
All right, respect. All right, so since I can't nominate myself, which for the record is bullshit, I'll give it to Danny, the homie Danny, for watching Riggins as much as he does, dude. That's Riggins' second dad. Even though he got a cat, which is the antithesis of rocking with Riggins, I kind of fucking don't fuck with you. I don't rock with you for that, actually. You might not get this, but for right now, you have this one. Fuck your cat, but shout out for you being Riggins' second daddy.
Nice.
I'm sticking with my original fucking.
Dude, now go ahead and praise me into that microphone.
Yeah, you take the trophy and then I
okay.
praise you.
Okay, thank you, bitch.
Just wanted to say, I think you helped me get up here. You gave me a place to stay when I was looking for a spot. You
It's me.
roped me into this bullshit, and
Yeah.
so far I haven't.
Certainly is.
You
It's the
know,
most important thing in your life. Say it.
and thank you.
Say it. Well, say it.
Well, thank you for everything else.
Well, say that this is the most important thing in your life.
This is the most important thing in my life.
Yeah, dude, that's so sad.
That's a
Fuck you.
performance.
Go ahead.
Give that back,
Very
actually.
cool.
Yeah, you can have it back. I don't
Cool.
want your shit.
I think we can just do a tie between all the people we nominated and everyone else in our lives. Sound good?
Yeah.
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 No.
Actually, I'm number one.
Yeah, he won.
Yeah.
All right. Let's close out. I don't think I have some stargazing questions about who you want, how you're gonna be a better person in 2024. That shit kind of sucks.
Mine is Ozempic and testosterone therapy.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I think we
Anyway,
can all
next.
agree on that.
All
We
right.
can skip over
Yeah.
that one.
Same, I guess.
I mean,
That's
I think we're not gonna get a better answer than that.
Yeah.
That's going to be
Ozempic,
self-evident in the
testosterone.
next 6 months. So
Yeah.
I don't think we need to get too far into it.
One piece of media you're looking forward to in 2024. I'll start. Industry season 2. It's gonna be dropping on HBO. It's one of my shows. Think a little Succession, little Euphoria, a lot of business, fucking stress. I love that fucking show. Based in the UK. Yeah. Shout out. Check
Shout
it
out to the UK, dude. Shout out to
out.
people with
Shout out
South
to
London
to
accents.
Mandem.
We rock with y'all.
All right, so this thing was ripped out of my fingers this year because of the actors' strike, the writers' strike, all this shit. But Dune 2 is going to be the best movie of next year.
Let's go.
Shout out Timmy Chalamet. That's my current skin on Warzone.
I'm a Shalamaniac.
Yo, you should be playing Warzone. Buy the Timmy Chalamet skin, which you can
I
do.
just
The
found
Dune
out
2
about
pack.
it right now.
Year of Timmy. We got Wonka. Dune 2.
For me, I'm rapid fire this. I got a bunch of movies that
Go
look
on.
so fucking good. Civil War. Shout out Jesse Plemons. Talk about what kind of American
I
are you.
love Jesse Plemons.
Gladiator 2. Shout out fucking Ridley Scott. That's going to be fucking incredible. Shout out Paul Mescal. You look so hot. I love you. Dune 2 as well. I got that in there. Joker 2, by the way, coming out next year.
Yep.
Also looks
Joaquin.
fire, dude. Shout out to people who are thinking about shooting up schools. You'll love that movie. Twisters, the second Twister movie coming out next year. Let's fucking
they're
go.
gonna ruin
Let's
everything, but I
go.
fucking love
A
Twister.
trailer I saw while seeing the Iron Claw that looked fucking great. ISS, International Space Station, movie about the war. The world goes to war while everybody's in the ISS, and then it's like USA and Russia are in the ISS, and they're like, should we fucking kill each other or what?
Oh, that sounds scary.
So that looks crazy as
love
fuck.
it.
And then TV shows. We got White Lotus in Thailand. Oh my fucking God, that looks so good. Masters of the Air, shout out Austin Butler. Shout out Band of Brothers, we rock with you, heavy. Band of Brothers is the best TV series of all time. And then, of course, for the massholes, we got Ted, the TV show. Do you know about this?
prequel, yep.
They're making a TV show about the movie Ted. We rock with that heavy. Love Island Games 2, obviously, is going to be the best TV of the year. And that's it for me.
I didn't think I'd be able to top that, but I can. Tarantino's 10th movie, The Movie Critic.
Fuck, that's
Supposed
next
to
year.
come out next year.
Next year.
I
Wow.
don't think that's coming out next year.
That's the rumor. So
the scuttlebutt?
that's what I'm looking forward to
It's
the
called
most.
The Movie Critic?
It's called The Movie Critic.
Is it like The Critic? Like the
Oh
cartoon?
my God, that would be
It's
amazing.
just
The
a-
Critic, the movie.
It's just a live action one.
Quentin Tarantino directs The Critic. Incredible.
Be incredible.
It stinks.
John Lovitz.
People say
Yeah.
I look like John Lovitz.
The fuck those people.
Yeah, I agree. I look way hotter than that.
I think that was an amazing note to close on. I Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was like my most anticipated movie for
Yeah.
years, and I can't imagine anything different. It's just, if that release date stays there, I'll be very surprised. Because he's gonna be sucking his own dick for a while about his last movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I do have one thing I wanted to mention about becoming a better person
Yeah,
in
of course.
2024. I will show up to at least 5 movies on time.
I know you won't.
At
No,
least.
you won't.
that's a
dude.
big
This
ask,
guy's
brother.
never shown up 2 movies on
That's
time.
one.
I don't know.
That's almost one movie every 2 months.
He
We'll,
won't.
we'll see. We'll see if we can.
Hold me to it.
Yeah, that's a high ceiling. I don't know.
All right, what's the last
I
one
like the
here?
ambition. Do you want to do prediction minute?
Yeah, oh yeah, we should do some
You do?
predictions.
Okay. Prediction minute. I decided that we should just rapid fire predict a bunch of things that are going to happen. I didn't really prepare for this. I'm just going to kind of go with my worst thoughts and feelings.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was thinking it would be funny if we all just kind of just started talking at once, and then people could try to decipher it, or we could do a.
No.
No, that's
work.
insane. I need to have my
That's
shit.
editing hell.
I'm speaking prophecies.
Okay, he's got some shit ready. Okay.
Yeah, it's.
Brian, you go first. Hit it.
I'm gonna do a backflip.
You're gonna do a backflip.
Fuck.
All right.
That's crazy. Okay.
that's a
Are you gonna
plan.
be are you gonna be like training for this?
No.
You're just gonna rock one.
Yeah, just rock one.
Okay, hell yeah, respect. What do you
Okay,
got?
I've missed Military Gun twice this year because I've been out of town.
Gonna see them.
I'm gonna see Military Gun.
Okay,
Um,
that's a prophecy.
yeah, it's a prophecy.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna see him. I don't even have a ticket yet. They're already sold out. I don't have a ticket.
Listen, this is an
But I'm
open
gonna see
prompt.
it.
It can be about anything.
Yeah, it's like
Okay,
we're making
okay.
predictions. I was like, I'm gonna nail one of these. I hope it's that one.
The fucking Dow Jones gonna hit 600.
Listen to some economic podcasts. I think that interest rates are gonna go down before the second quarter.
That'd be great.
But that's wishful thinking. But I called it. If it
Okay.
goes right,
Yeah.
you remember me.
Yeah.
If I get it wrong, you forget I said anything about it.
Watch
right.
this. I think interest rates are going to go up by Q2.
What?
Hell yeah, I take the heel approach. I appreciate that.
Well, either way, Fellavision comes out on top.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Okay. There's gonna be more crazy George Santos stories coming
Oh,
soon.
please.
Good
I
call.
don't know what it is,
Great call.
but it's gonna be nuts.
Okay.
And Trump's gonna be back on TV doing speeches.
And win the presidency.
I don't know about that, but
That's
he will
mine.
be doing speeches. I haven't heard from him in a while.
Trump takes the prize. All right, there are two very important ones. This podcast, number one on TV and film. In all of this podcasting world, we're number one in that category.
In movies and film.
TV and film, we're
TV and
taking
film.
we're taking the number one slot. Whoever the fuck is there right now, move over. We're coming for you. Number one pod. Number two is that Andy is going to fly to Turkey and get a hair transplant.
They got great deals over there.
So
I might go with
that's
you.
my second one. Andy's definitely going to go do that. He told me he was going to do that.
Are you
so-
paying for it?
No, you just told me you were going to do that. So
Did I?
yeah. So that's mine. What do you got?
What do I got?
Why'd you move your hat like that?
Just want to show before and after.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's going to be an assassination attempt on the life of Robert Kennedy Jr.
What the fuck?
I'm upset.
it.
I'm
Yeah,
upset
it brings you
about
no
that.
joy. To
Yeah, it brings me no joy.
Wow, that one feels like the realest prediction.
It brings me no joy, but that's my prediction for 24. Yeah, I just think we need to stick together when that happens.
Respect, man.
He's been toying with this a little bit. I think Joe Biden's finally going to shit his pants. There's been a lot of speculation, but I think the underpants
I
are
think
finally
Mitch
gonna...
McConnell's going to freeze for good.
Any other ones we want to get through?
No, I think
I think
that's
that's
it.
it.
2023,
Yeah.
that's a wrap, folks.
Oh, it's also
Sweet.
our year, so
It is our year.
It is our
that's
fucking
our
year.
prediction. That's my
2024
prediction.
is our fucking year.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm done with this dumbass prompt. We're going to send this thing off.
No, we're going to end it with me giving Andy the Iron Claw. Get on
We're
your
not
knees
done
right
yet.
What the fuck are you talking about? You
Oh
don't see-
shit!
There's
Before
gifts!
we get there, Andy, get on your knees real quick.
No,
Give him a
no,
gift.
no.
I want
gifts,
an Iron
dude.
Claw,
Can we do
Andy.
gifts before I
Yeah,
have to get the
gifts,
Iron
dude.
Claw?
Okay, fine, we'll end with that.
Let's have a nice
Fucking
thing and
keep
you guys
it
can
in
write
your
it.
head.
The credits are
Iron Claw,
rolling.
Andy. Okay, fine.
yeah.
All right, first off, you see this? This is how I pump.
Oh shit! Cuddling
Affection,
with a bird.
exactly, yeah.
Bestiality.
Gen Z loves Snoopy, says NPR.
Yeah. I got you guys some gifts from a non-disclosed location where I got the rest of the decorations as well. But let's start with Chris. You're closest to me. And this is going to go pretty well.
This is gonna go great.
Sorry, for Andy's audio purposes, I'm going to pull the tissue paper away
Okay,
from the
all
mic,
right, thank you.
of course. This is going perfectly with some of the stuff we just talked about. And here. And I'm sorry I didn't wrap it. I just rubbed it in tissue paper.
Rubbed it.
Rubbed
Is that the
it
same
in-
tissue paper
That
that I
is
used
a
to clean up the
dildo.
popcorn off the floor?
Same design.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh my God, we have
So this is a novelization.
of a film by the director of The Fifth Element. What's his name?
John.
It's from James Cameron.
James Cameron? Oh,
like,
James Cameron.
I have no
oh,
idea what
shit.
this
Attila,
is.
you idiot.
James Cameron
Alita.
did this?
Whatever the fuck it's called. Attila's a band, right?
Oh, hell yeah. James Cameron. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, so that's
Hell
a
yeah.
novelization of the movie Alita Battle Angel, which was at least produced, if not directed, by James Cameron.
Yeah.
But that came out a couple years ago. I know you're a big Cameron head, and I saw that and I bought it.
Wow,
Hell yeah.
thank you.
You're
Kiss
welcome. All right. This one's for my friend JP.
This better be the sickest thing I ever did.
Oh, I know what this is.
You do?
Oh, yeah. Wait, can I guess?
Yeah.
I think it's a DVD of Superbad.
Lars the real girl.
Yeah, you were talking about how much you love
shit.
this.
That movie
Yeah.
does rock.
Yeah, I forget which episode it was. I was trying to listen to the live episodes, but you definitely mentioned this episode you mentioned that movie in a previous episode.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, it was in the
This movie fucking rocks.
section of DVDs that I wanted
Thank
you
you,
to have
dude.
it. Yeah.
I'll watch this shit at home.
Cool.
By myself, alone, crying.
Yeah, it's a little close
For
to
Andy,
home
want
for
to
you,
pass it
huh?
along?
It does. It's nothing. It'd be so fucking funny if there was nothing in there.
And show it to the camera when you finally get it out. Watch out for the tissue paper. Yeah. So that's Toy Story. That's Andy. I don't know you that well, but his name's Andy. Your name's Andy. I figured that was
That's
something.
Woody, dude.
Yeah, that's great. No, but Andy's
but he
the
has
owner.
Andy written on the
Yeah,
bottom of
I
his
don't know
foot.
about bottom of
Yeah.
his shoe.
Didn't
Yeah.
think about that.
Put this in unspeakable places. Thank you.
You're welcome. Guys, thank you for spending the last half of this year with me making movies, podcasts. I appreciate the time. And I know the Dollar Tree appreciates the business. So,
Hell
This
yeah.
was my
Yes.
favorite toy growing up, so really, thank you.
cool. And then I also got this. Oh, no, it's on the back.
It's a gun. He kills himself.
Never
All right.
mind.
You guys want to...
Jar.
Good night.
You're gonna see the Iron Claw next week.
Yeah.
All right, let's end it with the way everyone wants to see. Get on your knees.
Yeah, you guys
buddy.
want to
I
wrestle
mean, I'm
as the
not giving
credits
this
roll?
to you.
You have to let me iron claw you, dude. You said
You
you
can
were
Iron
gonna.
Claw me, but I'm not gonna give it to you.
Yeah,
You
you gotta
said
earn
you were
it.
gonna.
You
Earl,
if
get
you
up
wanna
and
Iron
make-
Claw me, you're gonna have to earn it.
No,
Yeah.
dude, get on your knees
Yeah,
right now.
no,
Guys, thanks for
yeah,
watching.
make
messing
it-
you.
Thanks
Get
for
on wearing
listening.
drip.
Dude, look at me.
I'm wearing
Check
drip.
back next week. We're going to go over the Iron
Get on your
Claw.
knees.
No, you
Dude, you have to let me do it.
Iron Claw
Really
this man,
appreciate
make him
listening
drop to his knees.
as we navigate this ship. No, it's not been the easiest thing in the world.
All right.
Does it hurt?
Not really.
You can rate
okay.
the podcast on Apple Music or Spotify or
God's ass.
whatever, Apple Podcasts. Comment on YouTube, subscribe. Thank you for
Shout out, like, and subscribe. Fuck you guys.
take care.
Ow, what the fuck?